Eli was 29. A self-taught engineer who once worked repairing disposable cameras. He had this obsession. If a phone could take a photo, he'd say, people would never forget life's small moments. But in 2004, even tech giants laughed at the idea. Phones are for calls, one investor said, not memories. So Eli did what dreamers do. He built it himself, using parts from broken webcams, a phone casing from eBay, and a soldering iron that overheated every hour. Night after night, he failed. Lenses cracked, sensors fried. His garage smelled of burnt plastic and broken ambition. But one night, something clicked, literally. The prototype took a picture, gray ni, crooked, but real. Eli named it Project Iris. It wasn't perfect, but it worked. He could take photos and instantly send them to his computer through a cable. If I can do this, he thought, maybe one day people will send photos to each other instantly. He tried showing his invention to a few local tech companies. They didn't even look twice. One executive told him, people don't want cameras in their phones. They want smaller phones. For months, he drifted, broke, invisible, and losing hope. Until one afternoon, he got a call from a startup in They'd heard about his prototype and wanted to see it. Eli didn't know it then, but he was walking into the early shadows of Apple's camera division. He walked into a glass room, holding his half-melted prototype, wrapped in tape. A few engineers tested it and laughed. But one man didn't. A quiet, sharp-eyed engineer named Scott asked just one question. Can it fit in this? He held up a white shell, a blank, unmarked prototype that would later become the first iPhone. For the next several weeks, Eli worked day and night with them, tweaking his design. His component wasn't officially Apple's, but it inspired their camera approach. When the iPhone launched in 2007, Eli watched it from a small apartment. His camera wasn't in it, but his idea was. No one ever credited him. There were no patents under his name, no mentions in interviews. He returned to small repair jobs, quietly building other things that never caught on. When asked years later if he regretted it, he smiled and said, no, every phone camera today takes a piece of what I dreamed of, and maybe that's enough. Millions of people snap photos every day without thinking, but somewhere in an old California garage, the dream of that idea still lingers. The belief that one man's quiet invention could change how the world remembers itself. He was never famous, but his vision lives in every picture we take.